Hey fifth graders, we are going to continue working with adding or subtracting any kind of number. You can see in this word problem we have decimals and fractions mixed up together. And I know you guys have worked on that in class, but it's something that we continue to see problems with, and we've looked at it together a little bit earlier in our distance learning. So I thought we would look at a star question today and a star question tomorrow to kind of wrap this up. So let's start with this one. Ella finished a bike race in 37 6/10 minutes. Miranda finished the race 9 1/10 minutes sooner than Ella finished it. How many minutes did it take Miranda to finish the race? So there's a lot going on in this problem. The first thing we have to figure out is, are we going to work with decimals or are we going to work with fractions? Because we know if we're going to either add or subtract them, they have to be in the same form. So one way to decide that is look at the answer choices that I'm given. Clearly in this problem, I'm being asked to work with decimals. So let's start by getting both of our numbers in decimal form. We can see that Ella's time is already in decimal form, so we know we're fine with Ella's time. We have to do something with 37 6/10 minutes. Miranda's time is given to us as a fraction, but if I just read that time, 9 1/10, 9 1/10 can be written as a fraction or as a decimal. We know, just like in Ella's time, this is the tenths place. So to write Miranda's time in decimals, 9 1/10 can also be written as the decimal 9.1, 9 1/10. So now that our numbers are in the same form, we have to figure out what to do with them. Here's what we need to think about. It says Miranda finished the race 9 1/10 minutes sooner than Ella finished it. So if she finished sooner, will her time be lower than Ella's or higher than Ella's? If we think about that, then we know if we're adding to Ella's time or if we are subtracting from Ella's time. So if she finished the race sooner, her time must be lower than Ella's time. So I must need to subtract Ella's time minus the time that Miranda finished the race sooner than Ella. So I can start by working out my problem. 37 6/10 minus 9 1/10. 6 minus 1 we know is 5. I bring my decimal point straight down when I'm adding or subtracting with decimals. And then I'm going to have to regroup, because if I have 7 of something, I can't take 9 of something away from it. So this becomes a 2. And this becomes a 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. 2 minus nothing is 2. So let's go back to the problem. Ella finished the race in 37 6/10 minutes. Miranda finished sooner than her by 9 1/10 minutes. And when we subtracted, we figured out that Miranda finished the race in 28 5/10 minutes. But did anybody stop and look at the answer choices? Do you see 28 5/10 minutes? I don't. Does that make you panic a little bit? Because it does me. It makes me think, okay, I should probably go back and check my work, because it makes me really nervous when my answer isn't there. And when I see not here, I think, okay, well, that is an answer choice, not here. But it makes me really want to stop and think, did I do it right? Am I making a silly mistake somewhere? Do I need to check it? Here's what normally happens, guys, and I want you to be very careful of this. I want you to be super careful that you've thought about the problem, because what I don't want you to do is just pick something that's close to the work you've got. I want you to know that your work is right. So let's use some logic. Could F possibly be the answer? 32 5/10 minutes. It can't be, because if Ella finished at 37, if we just round and say 38 minutes, and Miranda finished at 9 minutes, even if we said 10 minutes to make our life easy while we're just thinking about it, I can't add those two things together or subtract them and get 32 minutes. So we know it can't be F. So now let's look at G. Here's the problem with G. If I add these two times together, I get G. So I have to figure out, was I supposed to add, or do I think I really did need to subtract and I've done my work correctly? So let's think about the finish line of a race. Ella finished her race. So here's her race. Ella finished to the finish line at 37 6/10 minutes. That's the time. Miranda finished sooner than Ella. So Miranda got to this finish line before Ella did. So Miranda's time has to be lower. It has to be before Ella's time. So can Miranda's time be 46 minutes if she finished sooner or before Ella? No, it can't be. So it can't be G. So now let's think about H. If I figured out H, if I thought the answer was H, what might I have done wrong? Let me show you how someone may have gotten H. Do you see a mistake? Does my decimal number represent 9 1/10? No, it represents 9 100th. But if I subtract this out, I get H. But this can't be right because this is 9 100th. So I can't just pick what's close. I have to go back and figure out, are my answer choices logical? Before I decide that the answer is truly not here, I have to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. And we all can agree F is not logical, G means Miranda finished later than Ella, and H is a simple mistake of writing the place value in the wrong place. So the answer actually is J. Not very often you see a not here that's actually the right answer, is it?